So India have won the game versus Pakistan by a huge margin of 7 wickets. And in this particular match report, I'm going to tell you the 5 big talking points to come out of this game. Let's take a look at point number 1, and that comes from that ball that Jasprit Bumrah bowled. Clearly the ball of the match for me, probably going forward, would be one of the balls of this tournament, because Rizwan on that occasion was determined to play a big knock. We know that Rizwan can play a big knock, and then to get a set batter out takes a lot of effort, especially when he's not taking risk. Rizwan wasn't taking risk. So that particular delivery where he deceived him with the pace, that cutter that he bowled, Rizwan kept saying that when he got out as well. I think that was talking point number 1, one of the highlights for me from this game. Point number 2 will be Rohit Sharma's captaincy. Now, of course, the Indian bowlers were very sharp. They bowled very well, whether it was Kuldeep Yadav, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, Hardik Pandya, whatever you have. But Rohit Sharma's captaincy also needs to be credited. I'll give you that moment. Now, Babar, Rizwan were batting very well. They look set to bat for very long and take Pakistan to a competitive 270-280 total. They would have taken them there. But that's where the captaincy comes into play. Rohit Sharma, the 2 spinners were bowling into tandem, brings Siraj for a second quick burst spell. Siraj picks up the wicket of Babar Azam. Then a captain could have been tempted to continue with Siraj, but what does he do? He says no. He changes the bowler, brings Jasprit Bumrah for a quick fire spell. And then what does Jasprit Bumrah do? Take the wicket of Mohammad Rizwan. So I think the sharp captaincy, the aggressive captaincy of Rohit Sharma is talking point number 2. Talking point number 3 is going to be Rohit Sharma's batting. Now we know he's a player who likes to have the momentum. We saw the momentum in the last game. He carried on from there. And what I liked about him is the fact that sometime a low total of 191, teams can be circumspect, they can be extra careful, and with that they can shoot themselves in the foot. But what I liked about Rohit Sharma, he played aggressive cricket, played his natural game, which is what put India in such a comfortable position. That base that he gave, from there on India were never going to lose. So that's highlight number 3 for me. Point number 2 from this game, it's now pretty evident. We sometimes build up to this game, because of the history, because of the legacy that this competition has between India and Pakistan. So we build up to that. But I tell you what, if you look at it realistically, the truth is that there's a big gulf between India and Pakistan. On paper, if you take a look at the 2 teams, there's a big gulf. For a team like India that has Ravichandran Ashwin on the bench, that has someone like a Mohammad Shami on the bench, that has no spot for a Yuzvendra Chahal in the squad of 15, just tells you the kind of, the combination or the kind of bench strength that India has. And truth be told, you're hoping for a close contest, but there's a big gap between these 2 teams, as has been evident not just in this game today, but if you look at the last few encounters, especially in ODI cricket, India are far ahead of Pakistan. And I think point number 5 is going to be the top 4 qualification. One thing that is going to be certain from here, India are going to make it top 4. In fact, I'd be very surprised if on the 19th they're not playing the final here. That's the kind of form they have shown. But remember, when this tournament started, we said India has a tough draw. End of 3 games, India could have very well have lost 2 games. But where are they right now? 3 out of 3. They're on top of the points table. Tells you that not just a top 4 team, they are a team to make it to the finals. Pakistan, on the other hand, I'm afraid, and it's just their first loss. They played 3 games, just their first loss. But I'm afraid you have to say they may miss out on the top 4, because remember, you have India, which is playing really well. You'll have the likes of New Zealand, South Africa that are showing some fine form in this tournament. Expect Australia to bounce back as well. England are a threatening side. Do you see Pakistan in the top 4? Very tough. I mean, if they were to do it, it would be a minor miracle. But as things stand right now, as their performances come in this game, it's pretty safe to say India a top 4 team for certain, probably a finalist. Pakistan not so. Though I will make a quick prediction before I sign off from this match report. India is going to have a hiccup or 2. Between England, South Africa and New Zealand that they are going to play, they might have a game where they lose, maybe even 2. Yet they should qualify for the top 4. And if I had to pick one team that is going to trouble India, it's an early call. I'm going to pick New Zealand. In Dharamshala, if it's a good batting track, dare I say, India might see their first loss of the tournament versus the Kiwis. Yet, they are looking as one of the tournament favourites. So this is the match report coming to you live from the Motera Stadium in Ahmedabad. I hope you enjoyed our coverage on Sports Today, and continue to keep watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Nikhil Naz signing off.